Well, ladies and gentlemen, as expected, these gaming urinalists are losing their mind over Stellar Blade. Eve, who would have thought that all it would have took was a nice-looking Korean girl in a video game to make these gaming urinalists lose their mind to the extent that they have been? But apparently Jack Webb has been offended by Stellar Blade's sexy Eve and laments the lack of scantily clad males. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this guy is upset that there isn't more sexy men in this game because Eve being sexy, well, that's just too much.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
So let's get into this article, guys, from Fandom Post. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. And of course, just to notate, unfortunately, I'm very sick, so my voice sounds like shit. I apologize. You're just going to have to deal with it because the show must go on. It says in his latest review, video game journalist and soy slouch Jack Webb, which, by the way, I mean, at this point, you're like literally giving Jeffrey Dahmer a run for his money. Like, if you catch my drift, like at this point, what is going on with the mainstream gaming industry? I really don't know. Lamented the lack of scantily clad male characters in Stellar Blade and found sexy Eve to be offensive. After raving about the combat and music, saying Stellar Blade is a fantastic game, he experiencing a total Jekyll and Hyde moment. After praising the gameplay, he starts conjuring up all sorts of peculiar grievances and objections when it comes to other elements. These purported unlikable elements, according to Jack Webb, are the art direction, story, characters, and world that are supposedly all painfully bland and poorly presented. So yes, this guy who has literally zero testosterone. I mean, maybe there's like 1 or 2 left in his body, maybe, just to give him the 5 o'clock shadow. But other than that, zero testosterone in his body whatsoever. This is the kind of person that's trying to tell you that Eve being sexy, well, that's bad. You know, it's completely bad. Like, the game is very bland, very boring, poorly presented. Listen, these gaming urinalists like this are specifically using certain words, certain buzzwords to attack the game because they know that gamers are excited for certain things, right? With Eve, gamers are excited that the game wasn't going to be censored. Now it is. Gamers are excited that Eve was going to be ultra sexy and back to real femininity. Doesn't seem like that's going to be fully the case with some of the outfits, but still, it still seems like that's mostly the case overall. Gamers are excited for the action combat, right? People love Souls-like games or whatever the case would be, and we're excited for that. So they're trying to use certain words like bland, boring, poorly presented. They're trying to use these terms because it disvalues our personal arguments and hypes over Stellar Blade. It says, and if that sounds like Jack Webb is doing insane nitpicking, you're right, and it is. His complaints about the art direction, story, and characters and the world is nothing more than a veil to cover for his real objection, the lack of scantily clad males in Stellar Blade. Jack Webb writes of Stellar Blade and Eve, the worst thing about Stellar Blade is that if I ever had any semblance of interest in the story, characters, or narrative, this was promptly stamped out due to the egregious levels of hypersexualization of Eve. I'm sorry, erroneous. Oh, someone is telling us a story about how the world got destroyed? Well, Eve is standing there in a revealing bunny suit, giving these emotional reactions and trying to make you care about what happens. It just doesn't work. Throwing a smattering of weird camera angles and jiggle physics, and you realize Stellar Blade exists as a fan service game. Well, oh, hold on. Time out. So, let me get this straight. The fact that a video game exists to be in the service of fans is somehow a bad thing? That's a bad thing. According to this gaming urinalist, if a game is made for fan service, that makes it inherently a bad thing. You cannot have a video game that's made for fan service. No. You got to have a video game that's meant for social change. Yeah, that's what we need. We don't need games meant for fan service. We don't need games meant for gamers. No, who cares about that? We need games to tell us how bad you are if you don't agree with leftist ideology. That's what we need. We need that kind of stuff. Because I guarantee you, if Eve was running around with a climate activist shirt or tying herself up to some sort of, I don't know, highway and claiming that, you know, free Palestine, something like that, like it would be 10 out of 10 game of the year. But unfortunately for them, that's not the case. Someone tell Jack that doesn't have to even make Eve wear a bunny suit. Oh wait, he already knows that. Jack Webb continues his lamentation. Granted, outfits don't change your stats, so you can cover up Eve. Well, there goes your entire argument. Stellar Blade also doesn't take itself too seriously on that front, so if you're okay with that, then it's fine. On the other hand, I think it's fair to say that Eve's design is questionable, and she only exists to serve a glorified eye candy at best. There's nothing wrong with attractive characters, but revealing outfits are the norm for the female characters in Stellar Blade, while the men are covered head to toe in what can only be called appropriate clothing. So even though soy slouch Jack Webb knows that Eve can be covered up, he chose the bunny outfit. Gee, I wonder why. Why'd you choose it? Why'd you choose it, Jack? Why'd you choose the bunny outfit? You really want to be honest here? You chose the bunny outfit because you saw yourself in it. Let's be real, Jack. You saw yourself in that outfit. And you're like, geez, man, I wish I had those hips. I wish I had those boobs. Then maybe men will look at me like they look at Eve. I'm so envious. That's really what this is about, ladies and gentlemen. Jack is extremely envious over the fact that Eve is getting all the eyes of men when he wants the eyes of men. It says real women and real men love Stellar Blade's Eve. Tough. X-user, not real, just a dream, posted the reaction of female gamers on X. Female reactions to Taki and Eve. You see the women love their designs. We have no issue with it. Only you woke people have an issue. Stop ruining our games, women in games, and let them be sexy. We're supposed to express sexiness. That's what makes us women. There you go. I agree 100%. Let's play this video.
Oh, snap.
She's beautiful.
This place is dangerous. Take my hand.
The music is really good.
Oh, music, guys.
I almost missed that.
Oh, shit.
Wait, so
You're just showing
she's
all
very
of it.
shiny.
Right away. Okay. Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
Goddamn, mommy.
Excuse me.
Okay, girl.
She's stunning. They're all stunning.
To be who?
Those are the others.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, very clearly, every single Twitch dot in the world loves Eve. Let's just be real. Like, you guys got to understand, just like with Pokemon Go, right? Most female players, if you want to call some of these female gamers, some of them not, because maybe they're Twitch dots, who really knows? Who cares? Who cares? Most female gamers, whether they're a Twitch dot or not, they want actual cute female characters. They want to be able to accessorize these characters. They want to be able to dress them up. One of these women said, oh my God, I can't wait to cosplay her. That is what a lot of women are into. You're talking about the modern audience. You're talking about making games that are not to sexualize Eve and everything like that, and how women are going to be offended. These are your women players. These women players are not offended in the slightest. They're actually super excited and super happy over how cute she was. Every single one of them had a massive reaction when she was pulled out of whatever she was pulled out of, and her thick booty was showing on screen for everybody to enjoy, even the women. The women were having a great time. So this is your actual female audience. This is your actual female gamer most of the time. Obviously, there are some female gamers that are not like this. Shout out to Cult Classic Cage. Totally different kind of gamer, but ultimately she is still a female gamer that is perfectly fine with stuff like this, or stuff that is maybe not like this, but still give us a real female representation and make it for actual female gamers. Don't give us this BS that, oh, Eve is being sexualized only for the male gaze. That's not true, because you can very clearly see that these 5 women who don't have the male gaze are definitely gazing at Eve as a character. So Eve is going to, by far, I would say, maybe over 90% of women are probably going to be all for this stuff. They're going to be excited about it. Real female gamers are going to be excited about it. She's going to be a resounding success, I would imagine, with both men and women. And time is going to tell just how big of a success that is going to be. But I would guarantee you it's going to be much bigger than that good old terrible game, Tales of Zanzara Zao. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.